Winston Smith lives in London, but this is not the London we know. The year is 1984. The world is divided into three superstates: Oceania, Eurasia, and East Asia. In Oceania, everything is under the control of the party. On every wall, the same face appears: Big Brother. Everyone sees him, and he sees everyone. Cameras, microphones, and giant telescreens are everywhere. People are never truly alone, because even being alone is a crime. Winston works at the Ministry of Truth. His job is to rewrite the past. He changes old newspaper articles, destroys documents, and corrects dates. The party says truth is what we say it is. Sometimes Winston whispers to himself, if the past is destroyed, who remembers the truth? But even asking that question is forbidden, because in this world, not only actions, but even thoughts are crimes. They call it thought crime. In Oceania, fear is a way of life. Every house has a telescreen. It shows images, but it also watches. Every expression, every breath, every whisper is monitored. People can't even trust each other. Children report their own parents. Love, friendship, and conscience, they are all enemies of the system. But Winston is different. Inside him, there is a voice that refuses to stay silent. He feels that the party cannot always be right. One day, he secretly writes a single sentence in his hidden diary: "Down with Big Brother." These words are forbidden, but writing them is his last piece of freedom. Then he meets a woman named Julia. At first, he is afraid of her, because in this world, every closeness is dangerous. But Julia slips a note into his hand. On it, there are three simple words: "I love you." In that moment, Winston feels hope for the first time. They meet in secret, and in a forest outside the city, they kiss. For a brief moment, they step outside the system and become human again. Later, they rent a small room without a telescreen. It is small, dusty, and old, but free. There they talk, they laugh, and they live. For Winston, Julia is not just a woman, but a piece of forgotten humanity. With her, he feels that another world might be possible. But in Oceania, no secret lasts forever. One day, a cold, metallic voice says, "Stop, don't move." Behind the picture on the wall, there is a hidden telescreen. Everything has been a trap. Winston and Julia are arrested. Winston is taken to the Ministry of Love. There, someone familiar is waiting for him: O'Brien. Winston once believed he was a secret ally, but in truth, O'Brien is a loyal member of the party. Now his task is to break Winston's mind and soul. O'Brien says the same thing over and over: truth is whatever the party says it is. 2 + 2 = 5. Winston tries to resist. No, he says, truth exists. No one can destroy it. But torture, hunger, and fear slowly destroy the human mind. O'Brien whispers patiently, "We correct not only your body, but also your mind." Finally, Winston is taken to room 101. It is where everyone faces their greatest fear. Winston's fear is rats. A metal cage filled with hungry rats is placed over his head. O'Brien's hand reaches for the lever. Winston screams, "Not Julia. Do it to her, not me." And in that moment, he betrays not only Julia, but his own soul. Love dies, hope fades, and humanity ends. Months later, Winston is released. But he is not the same man anymore. He wanders the streets, drinks alone, and feels nothing. He meets Julia again, but the bond between them is gone. Now there is no love, only silence. One day, he looks at the telescreen. The face of Big Brother fills the screen. Tears fall from Winston's eyes as he whispers, "I love him. I love Big Brother." He is no longer free, but he no longer feels pain. Because a mind that no longer thinks cannot suffer. George Orwell wrote this story not just as a novel, but as a warning about how truth can be destroyed and how people can be silenced. Who controls the past controls the future. Who controls language controls thought. That is the heart of 1984. Today we have our own screens, cameras, and algorithms, but Orwell's question still remains: who controls the truth? And you, what do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more book summaries like this.